Hello there folks and welcome to part 60 of our Neil Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19, and today it's time for the start of the Gibraltar Open. You join me at round 3, the round of 32. We have beaten Liam Highfield and who was the other one? Adam Stefano, I think it was. We beat those both in the first 2 rounds, and you join me at the 3rd round where we play Zhao Yu Long. Now, Neil didn't actually take part in this tournament in real life in 2019, but I thought it'd be A, a good opportunity to get some game time, and B, because we have 3 whoppers of a tournament coming up after this. And as well, it gives us some, it's only I think 25,000 if you win, so nothing massive, but it's a trophy and a little bit of prize money to add to the kitty as well. Now, last tournament and last episode, we played against Judd Trump in the quarterfinals of the Coral Players Championship, and unfortunately we were whooped by him by 3 frames. Was it 3-1 in the end? Yes, I think it was 3-1. But we've got the Gibraltar Open. Now, I'm not sure whether we'll actually qualify for the Tour Championship because you have to be in the top 8 ranking from the Gibraltar Open last year to the Gibraltar Open this year. So just bear that in mind. That doesn't necessarily mean 8th in total ranking. I don't know how they'll work out who qualifies. I would guess that the game gets out of it a little bit cheaply by just going for the top 8 in ranking. But to be fair, the lineup isn't going to differ that much, so it doesn't really take out too much immersion anyway. But we're a long way, fingers crossed, from that Tour Championship, because first off, we've got to play in the Gibraltar Open. And we've got Zhao Yu Long today, a player who I haven't played before on Snooker 19. It's nice to play somebody else. I recognise his name. I can't remember. I feel like he was the man who beat Mark Allen in the World. So I'll check that on my iPad whilst this all loads up. I believe he was, because I do remember his name being mentioned at the Worlds. I think he was, as I say, the man who did beat Mark Allen. I might be wrong, but I'm just going to check that out now. But a 5-frame match, as we've played so many of so far this year. And hopefully we should be able to beat him here. Quite a big competitor, but we should be okay to beat him. But we just got to keep our wits about us and hopefully get into the last 16 of the tournament. We want to look at the... Apologies for this, I'll just do this in just a second. I just want to make sure I've got my fact right about Zhao Yu Long. Yes, that's right. He did beat Mark Allen by 10 frames to 7 and then went out in the next round to Ali Carter by 13 frames to 9. I knew I'd heard his name somewhere. But another milestone today in that we've got to the 60th episode. Quite unbelievable. Not long left now until the end of the season. As I said before, that's going to hit the jaw, but luckily we get away with it. And that is very much getting away with it there. No, I don't think it's going to be able to get past the brown, surely. Apologies about that little break, folks, but we have actually snookered Zhao Yu Long from the break, so we got quite lucky. But that is a pretty good way to get out of it, to be fair. Fair play to him. Very good way to get out. So I think if we just play up to this red, we should be absolutely fine. Played a little bit harder than we wanted to there, but I don't think there's anything that's going to be an easy pot. Most certainly, yeah. So it's just a safety for Zhao here. Not the biggest of tournaments, as I said before here. It's just 25,000 in prize money. But because of the way Snooker 19 works, all the players take part. That's a little bit slower. That could be awesome. It is pretty good. God, we've played really good safety. First 2 shots we've had here, we've mugged him. Played 2 good snookers, but if he gets out anything like he did before, which he has, fair play, he's done well there. But I'm going to fancy having I'm going to have a look at least at this. I think we might as well go for this red. Get it up the table as well. So there's no huge risk if we don't pot it. And it's there.
That's an excellent opening red.
Not in the best position because we were considering that we probably weren't going to pot the red. But that's okay because we can go for the brown. But, you have to play with a bit of top and just hope that we get some sort of position on a red.
He's lining this one up to
but if not, hopefully we can play a bit of a safety out.
Great cueing.
There could be a potential I'm looking at here. Depends if these 2 are touching. I don't think they are, actually. This ball here should be a fine pot because the 2 balls aren't touching. So we got away with this quite nicely. Like I say, if you give yourself a chance, you can sometimes just see something.
6.
But a decent start for us here. Go for the green. No point going for the blue. No point playing any heroics like that. Play this nice and hard as well. Try and open something up once again. Whether we'll be so lucky this time is debatable. We might have played that a little bit hard, to be fair. Don't quite think this red's going to go through. It would have been a great position normally, but that red ultimately doesn't go through, so... Well, I can check, but I don't think there's... Well, I wouldn't want to take the risk on it, so... we can take the risk on this red. I think that's something that might be worth doing.
This is being played towards the left middle pocket.
It's a risk. A big one. Oh, that's going to be out. Ah! Any harder, really. We could have cannoned that other red into the pocket. Could have served as a bit of a plant, but I don't really know why we bothered playing that in the end. More adrenaline-based, I'd argue, than anything else, because that just gives Zhao the chance here, and, again, a little bit of a silly shot, but let's hope he doesn't take the first frame from us.
9.
Unbelievable, though. We've got to episode 6. This is definitely, at this point, probably apart from Football Manager, which he's done over several seasons, this has got to be my longest running series. And one that, if you don't know and haven't watched much of this before, I will bring it to a close after the World Championships. I just don't want to do the same format again. It just gets a bit repetitive. It's took long enough for us to get here, so I'm going to have a break off Snooker 19 after we've finished this season, which fingers crossed isn't for a while yet. Hopefully we've got plenty of snooker still to play with 4 tournaments left. But when that time comes, I'll have a little bit of a break from Snooker 19. But he's played a safety, and a very, very good one. So what I'm going to try and do is get this down the table. And hope it just nestles fairly near the cushion, doesn't give him much of a chance. And that is not all that bad at all.
Well, that's not worked out quite as you intended.
Well, it's not worked out, whatever. There's a few chances, but it depends what he wants to go for. That's actually a lot easier than I anticipate. That's a shame. The intent was there, though. As I said, hopefully plenty more snooker to play. And I think that because you guys are so supportive, I think I probably will do another snooker series, whether that's a Rising Star career mode, a season with somebody else, not playing so many tournaments perhaps, and maybe even doing a Robertson career and only playing the major tournaments. Again, I think I'll probably leave that down to you guys. We'll do a little bit of a poll, but as I said, that time, fingers crossed, isn't going to come for a little while yet. But not really getting on his mojo here, is he, Zhao Yulong? Unfortunately, that one red that we can see won't go. So, we're just going to have to play a safety here. Which, luckily, because we can't see the red, means that it makes it a lot easier to play safety on it. But that does move a few of the reds, but we've got it nicely close to the cushion. Got to be unlucky for something to be able to go here.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
Oh, he's got that chance. I didn't see that. Oh, he's potted it. Well, our first 2 safeties were supplying. I think to make up for that now, we've bottled everything else, unfortunately.
That's a wonderful, wonderful...
Only the first frame, though. Again, if Zhao does go and win this, we just need to get the impetus and win the next 3. Because I don't like taking these down to deciders. That's the problem. I say this a lot of the time, especially when we're behind with these 5-frame matches. Doesn't give you much time to get into it, but nevertheless... Not a bad start from us here, just a little bit unlucky. I think that playing that red to the middle pocket was a bit of a stupid thing to do. But we've had plenty of opportunities. You can't blame losing the frame on that because Zhao didn't take what he should have done from that.
Well, he's
but we've made plenty of mistakes, and ultimately now he has got the chance to go and win the frame. As I said, this tournament, it's not important, so if we do go out, we're not going to spend all day worrying about it, but it does send not the strongest precedent really going into the next few tournaments ultimately.
27.
What we want to shrug off is that quarter-final bug. Since we've been on this difficulty, we've got to 3 quarter-finals in 4 tournaments and not really been able to shake that off.
28.
Yes, that's a good place to get to in a tournament, but ultimately, for someone like Robertson who wants to win championships, just not enough.
Played it well.
Meanwhile, Zhao's playing a good break here. He's won the frame at a canter now. But we'll let him play him out till he misses a shot. It's only fair. And then in the second frame, we'll just have to focus a little bit more, I think. Having a little think about this one, though. Well, he's played it really nicely positioned for the black. And that pretty much confirms that we are definitely going to be one frame behind here. But as I said, I'm quite happy to let him play this out.
44.
Just checking the volume was working there. I couldn't hear the two commentators. I've just not got much to say.
No problem there.
Decent break though for Yulong to get this started.
55.
Potential of a what's that? 4, 9, 15,
59.
22. So another 18. So potential for a 77 break, which is pretty handy.
70.
And it's advantage Yulong really. He takes the first frame and it's 1-0 to him.
And the first frame, Zhao Yulong.
That's the frame in the bag.
So now up to the second frame. It's another shot for Zhao.
Advantage. He'll be looking
Of course, we took the first break. What's his break skills going to be like?
Thank you. The second frame, Zhao Yulong to break.
Certainly playing with no fear against us, which isn't a surprise, but he's got away with that. He made a bit of well, quite a bit of a mistake there. And he's got away with it. In that we can't pot it. Ooh, where's that cue ball? It's going to slow up fine, yep. But he's got away with it on both accounts, really. We couldn't pot one, and really that he can play this fairly decently as well. Yes, he's led a few... I mean, he's played that not the best, to be quite frank. Yes, he's allowed us an opportunity, and I think it's worth taking it. Very bizarre shot there from Yulong. Just want to check that we can get this and get back for the pink.
Really
We've
nice
got the
opening.
red. What's the position like? A little bit awkward. But not unachievable. It's better that the blue's not here, actually. But I'm just going to check. Of course, pink on its spot at the moment, so this is an ideal point to check. Oh, I didn't realise we got a red... a little bit of an awkward shot to play, this is, to be honest. Of course, we can't get all the way back to where we want to.
Here, looking at all these shots, but others might just say,
A little bit of
"Hurry up,
trouble
get
we're
on
in
with it."
here, I'd say. We'll try this and just hope that one of the reds will go.
7.
Yeah, there's going to be more than enough gap. Of course, the pink, because the reds are too close, actually goes off its spot, which gives us quite a bit of a helping hand here, because it gives us effectively what is a free black. Yes, it's a pink, but it's on the black spot. So it makes this a lot easier. Trying to get this a bit close to the red. Had to show our own break building skills now, ultimately. Which, at the best, aren't bad. Now for the colour, going to have to take on the yellow, it looks like here.
15.
Probably could have done with playing that with a bit more precision. Makes it a little bit awkward now. But hopefully, just give us a whack. And we'll see where we end up.
Corner here.
Funnily enough, I think we whacked the other balls much harder than we whacked the cue ball.
17.
But it's going to be... I mean, that's a tough pot. I don't fancy that at any price. So what we'll do is just play this and hope... I mean, it shouldn't do. We probably want to play it a little bit thicker. But just
playing
hope
safe
that the red both isn't touched, but also isn't left on. Wants to hit it a little bit harder than that, ideally. Get a little bit further away, because he'll fancy that.
Neil Robertson.
And there you go. Not the best start here. Frustrating, but luckily the reds are quite enclosed.
Shot.
He might well find one here. But let's see how he gets on, because it's going to be a trickier break this time. He'll get the red. And he'll probably get the black as well. Not the best start for us here. I'm starting to get a little bit worried that we could be going into the trump territory. I don't want that, particularly in a round of 32 match, for goodness sake. I said the Gibraltar Open's not important, but we need a result. We can't lose this match.
17. 22.
Sorry if you've heard a little bit of gulping, slurping and all that sort of stuff. I've got a cup of tea. Try and keep quiet, but sometimes you just can't quite help it.
Position looks good for a
Decent start though here for you, Long. He's just gone ahead of us.
28.
But that is end of break, I would say. Mind you, there's one red that's potentially available.
Pop this into the right
Yeah, he's taking that on. And he's got it. That's a bloody good pot. That is fair play to him.
Great opportunity.
He's got an opportunity now. And he's controlling the cue ball nicely. It does start to become, as I say, I mean, we shouldn't really be talking about going out of the tournament just yet. But if we do go out here, just the small chance that we go out, it starts to get worrying for the rest of the season. We're trying to build up to have a good World Championship campaign ultimately. And yes, those games will be a hell of a lot longer. Talking, the best of 19 frames.
43.
So plenty of time to get into it, but goodness me, our short game has not been very good recently.
47.
Ooh, that could be end of break. Tricky pot here. And he's missed it. Right, so now we've got a chance, and really what we need to do is steal this frame. Might as well try and hit the two reds that are together while we're here. That's nice. Yeah, those are all in potable positions now. So fingers crossed we can take this frame. Need to hit this fairly quickly to avoid the colours and being too slow. But even though these are all in potable positions, I think we've played possibly the worst shot known to man. Luckily, we can play this one along the cushion, can we? Oh, I think it's too risky. Really do. All of these shots come with some sort of inherent risk.
This won't be easy.
I'm going to try this and then hopefully get it safe if not. I mean, it's too much that was. We usually play with nowhere near enough angle. But luckily, I think we're fairly safe.
Neil Robertson, 6.
Yep, just a safety on that. And that isn't the best of safeties. This red will go.
This is a tricky one along the cushion.
It's tricky though.
Tremendous
But
shot.
that's a good pot.
1.
Get the pink out of the way here.
That's a pretty poor attempt, really.
Oh, we've missed the black. We focused too much on the position. That was stupid. We should have got the black from there. I was looking at the position because I thought the pot was a cert. And when you start doing that, you start making mistakes. Well, that's not great. Really not.
8.
We sniffed an opportunity and we were too aggressive at it. And that's another frame gone. It's going to have to be a 3-2 comeback now just to get into the round of 16. These matches, yes, they do come with some sort of difficulty, but not this amount.
14.
And Zhao Yulong is making a little bit of a mug of us at the moment. Yes, he's a good player, as proven by his World Championship. But particularly here, we need to really try and beat him. In real life, players can say, well, I'm not in the best condition, but ultimately we can't have that excuse here.
13.
And once again, he's going to clear the black. And these frames are starting to dwindle.
Frame, Zhao Yulong.
And that is the frame. Well played.
Well, it's us to break in what could be our final frame. Very premature end, I'm aware. But what could be our final frame
That's for sure.
of the Gibraltar Open. It's a nice break though, that is. Very nice. Very nice. Should just be able to get to the edge of these reds. Yeah. A little bit lucky in that. Where's that cue ball going, though? It's going straight towards the pocket. Oh, he's got away with that. Now, he's left one hard here. Personally, with us being 2-0 down, I think we have to take this on.
It's not easy.
Oh, we've missed it. Well,
and he didn't get it.
it was a catch-22. We took on the safety and then gave him an opportunity, or we just went for it. We haven't opened too much up. Could that be in some hint of desperation? Our last shot. We've hardly had any today. Could that be our last shot?
One.
Real shock this bit of the system.
Well, an excellent.
Don't underestimate anyone, I think's the message.
3.
Oh, goodness me.
4.
We're now at that horrible, painstaking moment where we think, oh, come on, make a mistake. We've had frames like this before where they've gone and got a 30 or 40 break, made a mistake, and we've been reinvigorated and won the match 3-2. But there's also been plenty of times at this stage where they haven't done as we've asked, and they've whacked in a 70, 80, even a century, and said, your championship's over, Neil. Sorry.
He's just looking to drop this in gently.
But with the precision that Xiao's been playing with today, I wouldn't be surprised if he made sure that that was our last shot.
This is not easy.
Great pot.
Great pot on the blue.
And the cue ball has finished very nicely.
17. 18.
Colour might be tricky though here. He's going to go for a safety. That's not going to be our last shot, but ultimately we're not going to exactly get the best chance here. To be honest, we might as well just try and play this along the cushion. Had no other chance really. Turning into desperation here, I would say.
He'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah, definitely disappointed, agreed. But all I can say is at least we've only left a few reds on.
4.
He could try and open these up, I suppose, now. But let's hope he doesn't, eh? Christ, we've been beaten by it like this in the Gibraltar. I dread to think what could happen in the Tour Championship should we qualify. This event could just tip us over the edge. You never know. We might not qualify. I don't quite know what the game's using for its criteria. As I say, it might just be the top 8 players, which we'll have no problem qualifying for. But if it's the top 8 over this season, we might not get in. That's a great pot.
Outstanding pot. That's right out of the.
Bear in mind our Masters final was an invitational event. The only serious thing we've done is got to the finals of the Oppo International Championship and the Scottish Open.
Right on top of his game at the moment.
Question is, are there 7 or even 8 other players rather who have matched or bettered that out throughout the season?
He's playing this into the right centre pocket.
Oh dear, that didn't bounce very well off the cushion.
17.
Got unlucky there, and it's going to have to be another safety. But kudos to him. His safety has been impeccable. Let's see if this red goes, because I might as well have a go at a shot to nothing at this point. Yeah, it does. We might as well just have a go. And it's there. Sometimes when you're so desperate, you think, just take a chance. And on that occasion, it worked quite nicely. Another interruption there, apologies. I'll just play this brown though, and try just to get this down to the cushion.
No more than half a chance here.
It's there. Might be going a bit quickly to get on the cushion. It's not a bad shot though. Certainly leaves this red open to a pot. As I said, it's not all over here. And that is a good pot. That'll do.
6.
Right, let's take this ball by ball now. Make sure the black goes.
That's a good split. He's got a real
There we go, we split the reds, that's nice. Well, certainly nice enough.
13.
Not the best, but as I say, decent enough. Need to get this pot, really.
He's looking at the pot into the left middle.
That'll do. Now we're on for the black. Let's prove we can come back now.
14.
Just trying to open one of these reds up to the middle pocket. Because pot into one of the bottom pockets is a little bit tricky. Particularly in that sort of awkward situation.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
It's a good pot. And back on for the black again. Playing nicely here, but
22.
as has been proven so far, it's all well and good doing that, but you've got to keep it up. Try and get this as straight as possible to the middle pocket, but ultimately we failed in that because we just undershot that. So we're going to give this a go. Long pot. And that is a great pot. Again, sometimes when you're desperate, you go for desperate things, and sometimes it just works. But unfortunately, we've overdone it for the black.
This is tough.
So fingers crossed this yellow goes in, or else all our good work has been undone. But it is there, but where's the cue ball? Where's the cue ball? It's fine. And it's going to end up quite nicely, actually, on this cushion.
32.
So, pot here. And we are definitely in a chance. Miss this, though, and it could be our last. No pressure. Position's fine. Oh, that's gutting.
A miss, nonetheless.
The pocket just said no and
32.
vomited it straight back out. But he's had to play a safety there, and goodness me, that's come off the jaws of the pocket. But again, goodness me, he very nearly got away with that. This should be fine, though.
Shot, but he could have played it better.
I'll be quiet. All they do is whinge. Mind you, that was pretty crap how I played that. So he's not wrong. Obviously the green doesn't go here, does it? I wouldn't want to try the pink or the blue, to be honest. It's all about setting up for this next red. That's what's the important thing. Of course, we could just try and play a safety on it. So what I think we're going to have to do. Now just tickle this
3.
to the green and just get it down the table. That's it. That'll do. Just might be able to see the edge of that. But we tried.
Neil Robertson, 3.
Dead on level here with the scores. You can just see that. Has he done what we couldn't do? No, he hasn't. And I think that's good enough to give a potting angle. And that's in. Great stuff. Let's move the yellow, which I'm not particularly enamoured with.
1.
We'll play this brown and hopefully be in a decent position for it. In fact, we'll try and move it. That's probably the best thing we can try and do. Oh, that's unbelievable. We've just cannoned into the pink. Oh. You can't really play a safety on this. We're just going to have to try and play the pot. Very soft. Let's see if we can make it.
Into the left corner pocket.
Line looks good. And it's there. But we have in the process, I think... Oh, just about not lucky. That's what we can call ourselves in general here.
7.
I thought we'd just about snookered ourselves on the green, but luckily we hadn't. We've got that in, and that should just keep going just a little bit more. And that's just about on for the brown. Talk about drama here, eh? It looks like if we get the right side of this blue, which we have, going to be a little bit awkward.
14.
We're probably better going for the middle pocket, to be quite honest. But we don't really need to worry about positions. So yeah, the middle pocket makes sense.
just needs this blue.
But this will confirm that it goes down to the next frame, which it does.
Not the best positional shot.
Not the best positional shot, no, granted, but does it really matter?
19.
As long as we didn't pot the black there, we're fine. Oh, and that was fairly close to us potting it itself, so that's not bad. Is he going to play on here? Oh, he is. Well, just try and play a double on this. Fair play for him wanting to play on. Oh, we've hit the pink. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Go on, shake the table a bit, shake the table. He wouldn't get there anyway, it just gets the cushion.
He really doesn't want to underhit this shot.
Obviously doesn't want to pot this, so just make sure we don't pot it, or the cue ball, for goodness sake. Oh, that angle looks pretty good. That angle looks pretty good. Oh, it's just off. Oh, well, I can understand Zhao playing on completely. At the end of the day, if we make a mistake, he wins the match.
This is fascinating.
Might as well try and cut this
Half a
in.
chance here.
Oh, we've missed it. Just don't want to pot the cue ball. Oh, we played with our life a little bit there. Whew, that was close. He's still persistent in this battle, though.
Tricky safety coming up.
No, not quite there. Again, we want to make sure we don't pot this cue ball. Oh, dear. He might try and get this behind the black,
Great shot. That's
which means we might have a problem. Just try and get this potted and just get it over with, eh?
Looking to pop the pink.
That was nowhere near. Well, we might have got the snooker, potentially. That keeps rolling and it stops now. Now we can just see the edge of that, I think.
Pace is key here. He's taking it on.
Try and give this a snick. And finally, we've potted it. Oh, thank God for that. Luckily, no penalty, no foul, so it's not a 3-0 whooping. And we do take this now to the next frame. We'll just try and pot this black. I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest. And we've missed it. Again, not fussed. We didn't really put much into that shot. Just wants to get onto the next frame. Is this the start of the comeback? It's now 2-1 and onto the fourth frame we go.
And that is the frame.
Well, a bit of excitement for you guys at least. I'm going to try this to get to a decider at least. And hopefully the bubble of Zhao Yulong has burst a little bit now. Straight pot this.
He's taking the red on.
Pot the red. Hopefully the ball will stop. Give us decent position on the black as it does.
One.
And let's see if we can open up these reds. That would be ideal. Oh, whoopsie daisy. I mean, how much harder do you want to hit it?
Power. Good split.
How's the split going to end up? That ain't bad at all. Right, let's focus here.
8.
Let's make sure we get this frame won. Take it to the side. We can give it a chance now. Let's just take that.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
A lot of power again. Make sure we get the red split.
Would have hoped for a better split there.
Yeah, a little bit awkward on the black, but that's just the risk you take sometimes. The blue should be okay though here. Put a lot of trust in this blue.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
And it's there. Thank goodness for that.
Trademark long pot there.
It's a bloody
Such
risky
talent.
shot that was.
He's played that very well.
14.
Now try for this red. We had to screw back because the pink and the black are off limits. Maybe not screwing back that much though. Maybe not that much, but yeah, try and pot this blue and just get a few more of these reds free. That'll do.
Great shot, that
Where's
is.
the black going? Oh, we've just about stopped the black. Haven't we effectively blocked that from being potted? You shall not pass. Oh dear. Well, there you go. Next red.
That's a careless shot.
Oh, bloody hell. Why did... Oh. Because sometimes. Why didn't you just wait a bit, Toby?
No real problem here.
Oh, you tool. Why didn't you just focus and wait?
One.
When the minute I said next red, I thought, oh, you donkey. Too hard that was. Well, we got a chance. Have we just scuppered any chance? Again, we're at that horrible situation where we need a mistake. Admittedly, he looks a little bit loose in terms of position here, but unbelievably he's managed to get to the black. I can't believe that.
50.
But let's just hope he makes a mistake. That is, so stupid.
22.
Oh dear. We should have cleaned up there, to be honest. We just potted a few, got a bit confident. The rule of snooker is to never get too confident. He's taken a long time over this, but surely it's just the one to the middle, that's obvious.
23.
Let's see if he gets stuck at any point.
29.
He's looking absolutely fine at the moment. It's taking a long time over this. It's almost like watching Peter Ebdon.
Good for a colour.
But nevertheless, he's ahead. He takes the black. How many more reds can he get? That's the crucial bit.
37.
I can probably see maybe 2, maybe 3 reds that are now free to pot. Those 2 on the right-hand cushion as we look are going to be a bit tricky.
45.
I think that might be a bit of solace for us. But will he need those 2 reds? Depends on colour combinations here. I think he could round this up without needing those 2 reds. Certainly another 32 points. That'd have put him, what, 80... No, 78, 58. So no, he wouldn't need those 2 reds. Oh, we just gotta hope he makes a muck up somewhere else. Or else we're going to be left ruining our mistake for a long, long time. Another red dispatched, followed by the black. Great for that one on the cushion. Actually, that one on the right-hand side, if he's about where he is now,
50.
those reds don't look so daunting, but ooh, this could be a tricky one. He's taking what I would consider an unorthodox approach to this. Interesting. Well, he's got... Oh, he's missed it. I thought he got there.
60.
Well, we're 40 behind with 59 remaining. Is this a message just to say
Drop this into the right corner.
you've got another chance? We've potted it,
That's a top shot.
but that's 1 red. There's still plenty of balls left.
1.
To be fair, it'll suit us if we get the position just right with this. Got to get the pot though first, which we have. And one of those reds will be negotiable, I would say. To the middle. Yeah, it looks fairly handy to me.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
And that's decently set for the black.
What a great pot.
Right. Now here comes the problem. I think we're just going to have to play this for a little bit of top and hopefully get on the opposite cushion. Which looks like hasn't gone too bad, but I would say we're a little bit close for comfort on this red. Oh, I think we're just going to have to play this.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
Bit reluctant, but we're going to have to go for it.
He's got
It's
it.
there.
What a
Great
pot.
stuff.
16.
It's ideal on the pink, isn't it? Blimey. And luckily we got a little bit more manoeuvre room now. That's the dog outside going mad. If there's one video I didn't think the dog would come outside on because it's that wet outside, it would be this one. But let's not get too hung up about the dog, because this is the most important bit. Winning this frame to force a decider. And that's the last red sorted. But now we've got to make sure we dispatch of the colours. I'd say take the brown here, take the black here. And then just make sure we get some points. And the yellow should be okay from there.
30.
Certainly cuttable, I would say. Luckily, because we're playing with some top, we don't need so much pace. But it's there.
Excellent shot.
Ooh, not so good on the green, though.
Well here.
Mind you, it's not all that bad. It's a similar sort of cut we've got to make on this green.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
It's a decent shot. That'll do. That's nicely on the brown.
Simply wonderful.
Now, we've done this plenty of times. We have cleared up plenty of times. We've got to just do it once more now, and we force a decider.
This is a great opportunity.
I bet Yulong is gutted at this.
Got nice position on the blue ball here.
I think we need all the balls, though, here, do we? This will put us 5 ahead. So we need the blue and the pink. And with the pink, which looks fairly good in terms of our position, we will set up a decider.
If this goes in, that'll be the frame.
There we go.
And in it goes.
Hendon confirms it, and we've come from 2-0 down to 2 each. It would be gutting now, wouldn't it, not to get the win. And with our highest break of the match by far, we needed that. A 57 break. It's 2 each.
57.
Can we pull off a comeback that we've mentioned so many times?
That is the frame.
Let me know what you think down in the comments.
So, just
Even if it's after you watch, let me know what you thought was going to happen. And don't lie. I mean, granted, I can't tell if you do or not, but don't say, oh, I always knew you were going to win, but that is a little bit soft. Again, we might get away with it. The red is coming back in. Has he got a starter? Can he just see that red? Yes, he can. It's advantage Yulong.
1.
A little bit of nerves coming in on there.
He'll be unlucky if he's
It's a
not
good split, that is.
6.
Well, it all comes down to the best of one frame. It's almost like a snooker shootout without the timer. God, that brings back bad memories already.
7.
Ooh. Not the best on the blue. Forced to play the yellow. Which isn't bad in terms of position, but points a little bit battering. Not ideal. Just gotta hope he doesn't make all that much out of this.
17.
Which, ooh. Oh, he's just got that red. I didn't think he would.
He really looks in
He's going to
fine
struggle
form
on the
at moment.
next red, though, surely.
18.
Unless he opens something up.
25.
Well, he could get this to the middle, but it'd be a bold move. It really would. Ultimately, though, what's the upshot? No, he's going for this to the top. Surely not. That was dreadful. Wow.
25.
What on earth has he played here? Depends on where you look at it. A bloody good safety. Or a very lucky shot. We're just going to play up to these reds. Didn't leave anything on. It's ideal. But he's got a good start here. 25. And a pretty good safety there, if I say so myself. Hopefully get back up to similar position. Oh, we've left that red on. That's painful. Oh, nothing else would have left on. Is he going to be brave enough? No, he's not. Thank goodness for that. But are the results going to be worse? No, they're not. Now, is there a reason he didn't go for this? There might well be.
He's looking at this red.
Might be at my peril. But we've potted it, thank God. Oh, I did think I'm taking a risk. I won't say much because if we miss this, it could be the last one of our game. But thank goodness we didn't miss
He's
it.
aiming to sink this into the right corner. That's a beauty.
It's a beauty, agreed, but what's the position like?
4.
Fine, which is good. Try and get in position for this pink. A little bit running loose, but fortunately the black's down here, so
5.
we can get to that. Another 7 points to the total. And that's a little bit fortunate as well. I did think, oh god, we might be stuck a bit here. Stuck in the mud, if you like. But we're okay. Mind you, if we just play this soft, should open up room for the black, shouldn't we? Yeah, which we do.
13.
Jolly good.
I can't see any problems here.
Very strong pot.
20.
Tried to open up one to the middle, which is this one. Now, I didn't check, but yes, it does go, which is all fan-dabby-dozy. And I think we'll just go for the green here. Don't need any heroics. Clearing the table gives us enough score.
He's on the green.
Get back to a similar position, actually. That would be quite nice. And with this green and the red, it puts us level. Now, we are going to struggle to get back to a similar position, but play it fairly soft. And the damage shouldn't be all that bad. Ooh. Little bit tight. Little bit tight. Is there anything else we can play? That one looks decent. Oh, it's a risk. But I think it's genuinely less risky than the other one. That is what we're going to go for. Oh, just a little bit to the... little bit of a nickel change. And I think it might have been worth it because we've got the pot. Oh, every pot so pivotal here. Every shot pivotal, because when you miss one, or if you miss one, gives our opponents such a big chance.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
Another tricky one here. It's there.
Position looks pretty good to me.
It's a tricky one. Don't like this particularly. We're going to have to suck it up and play it, I would say.
This pot into the right corner.
Go on, go on. Yes, it's there. That opens up the black again.
Oh, wonderful shot.
31.
I feel pressure here. I think probably because we've had to work for this, and it'd be such a shame if we missed out at this point. Off the cushion. That should be okay. Yes, there's a gap. Jolly good. Play with some top. Just play it like the blacks there, because we know it will go, but psychologically we can get a little bit too hung up on that sometimes. It's there. Not ideal on the black, but certainly okay. Could play on the pink if we wanted to, and I think that might be the choice we vouch for here. Makes screw back a hell of a lot easier as well. That'll do.
45.
Right. This should be, if we pot a colour here, our second 50 break in as many frames.
46.
A little bit tricky here, isn't it? Just going to hope and pray without looking that this red goes to the middle, which it does. A little bit tight. But I've got confidence here. Maybe not the sort of shot you should be playing at this point, but again, I feel we should be okay. Go on, go on, go on, drop. Yes!
Excellent pot. Superb.
Could that be the pivotal shot?
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that.
54.
Could that be the pivotal shot? We've got the black.
61.
That red not so great to the middle, but we have got this as a backup. I think this should be fine.
This is red needed.
Just the red needed, apparently.
Oh, that's
And we've got it, but until it's over, I won't confirm anything.
Effectively removes any chance of a comeback in this match.
As I say, Folds might think we've got the best chance ever now, but again, until it's confirmed, until I see that scoreboard moves to 3-2, I'm not interested. Plus the
67.
fact, we've got a potential century on here, which would be an absolutely awesome way to end this.
68.
Underscrewed that a bit there.
He's taking this on.
Shouldn't matter,
Right
though.
middle.
Ooh, a little bit lucky there.
74.
But we are way ahead now, so I think I can confirm that we've
Just the colours
won
to
this
go.
match. Great comeback, I think. I really enjoyed that. I didn't think we would come back there. Something we haven't... Oh, it's a little bit tricky, isn't it?
He's playing the pot here.
Oh, we've missed the green, unfortunately. So no ton, but a good break. I think that was of 75, was it, in the end?
Robertson, 76.
70, yeah, 75. But Zhao Yulong concedes, and after a long, hard-fought match, amazingly only in the last 32 of the Gibraltar Open, we have overcome Zhao Yulong with a break of 77. Didn't get as much points to the winner, funnily enough, but it is the frames that you win that matters. You can be scrappy, you can get a century every single time, but we've won that. I've really felt the pressure about that, but I hope you guys did enjoy something definitely different, because we tend to win those last 32 games at a canter, but Zhao Yulong, a really, really good competitor there. And now we go to the last 16, and oh dear, how can you get so unlucky at around the 16 stage? Well, we're gonna have to suck it up and play him again. Judd Trump, I think, for the 5th time this season. We meet again in Gibraltar Open. Let's make sure it's us knocking him out and not the opposite way round. But that is all to come on Friday's episode. I've been TIJ Gain. If you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like, comment down below as well, and subscribe for more snooker content. But apart from that, thank you very much for your company today, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.